So the first show, because we did talk about at the head of the show, that is going to be a loaded weekend in wrestling. We got Clash at the Castle, which is going to be taking place in the United Kingdom. Then we're going to be going into Worlds Collide on Sunday and All Out on Sunday. So Clash at the Castle is on Saturday, and we got Worlds Collide and All Out on Sunday. Worlds Collide is going to be coming on during the morning/afternoon. All Out is going to be coming on at night. So this is not a matter of a show versus a show. Nothing's going head to head. We can all enjoy this weekend, this thick serving of wrestling, and I'm very, very excited for it. But I think we should start with the first show of the weekend, which is Clash at the Castle. We got, I believe, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 matches. So let's start at the bottom of the card and work our way to the top. So the first match we got going for the weekend: Edge and Rey Mysterio versus the Judgment Day. Who you got?
Of course, I had to support my husband at all costs. At all
Mm.
costs.
So you're going Edge and Rey Mysterio.
Yeah, duh. I mean,
Well, and the
my husband's
Mysterios, Edge
pretty
and the
like
Mysterios, I should say. Yeah, Edge
no,
and
it's
Mysterio
Ray
versus and Edge. Yeah.
and his I don't know his problem child. I don't know, but like I feel like all right in my heart I want Edge to always win because I just love him that much, but I do feel like they like putting over talent and they are for growing everyone else's resume and putting everyone over themselves. But I feel like this is Edge's last year. So
Mhm.
why not give him the win? Not why not have him end this feud, get it out the way, and then place him in something else that we could all sink our teeth into because I don't hate this feud. I just think it's kind of clear that they kind of don't know what to do with it at this point.
Mhm.
I feel like Edge kind of broke apart the well, not Edge directly, but his members overthrew the group too soon, and then no one just knew what to do at the end of this. And then they thought, okay, we don't know what to do, so Rhea's there, and Beth still exists. Let's let's get her out the cabin and have her have a role in this shit. What?
Nah, I'm just like, yo, you really hate Beth Phoenix, and it's just mad funny. But
I
keep
don't
going.
want to say hate because that's a strong word. It's just that she has something I want, and one day we're gonna scrap. You know.
I'm just gonna give
I'm
my
not getting
prediction.
my ass beat every single time, but
But
I'm willing to fight for my man.
you're willing to fight for Edge. You're willing to fight for good old Adam Copeland. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. So I want Edge and Mysterio to win, but I
Yes.
think the Judgment Day is gonna win, and I think it is gonna be directly tied to a pivotal event: the heel turn of Dominic Mysterio. I think we're gonna see a heel turn because it's gonna be a 2-on-2. It's gonna be Edge and Mysterio versus Damian and Edge. I think that you have 3 people on each side. You have Rhea in one corner, you have Dominic in another corner, so they're evenly matched. The key factor is going to be Dominic, and I think that Dominic is finally going to stray away from his father, and I think that that's going to set up Edge versus Dominic. I mean, not Edge. It's going to set up Ray versus Dominic. It may not put Ray in the judgment. It may not put Dominic in the Judgment Day, but I think it's going to be Ray versus Dominic, and then we're gonna see the Edge versus Judgment Day feud prolong, and it's going to be kind of like the way that kind of goes about. So I think that that's how it's going to go down.
Um,
um you gonna say something?
God. No,
I was
it's
gonna
just Dominic does nothing for me, so I
mm,
hope and pray that this is going to actually give him like a layering. Like maybe I can't connect to him because he just feels like like it just feels like they didn't have a daycare for Ray, so that he has to just drag along his
oh
overgrown son with
wow,
him.
oh
Um,
wow, oh wow.
he's but he's not bad. Like he's not bad in the ring. He's actually very good. It's just that there's nothing that he has there that I could connect with. He's just there. You know what I
Mm,
mean? And
Yeah.
I feel like it almost makes every Ray fan annoyed because they just want to see Ray do Ray, and they just
Right.
see him dragged along. But I feel like he is promising. He is. It's
Mhm.
just that he needs to get away from his father, and I felt like he shouldn't never been presented with his father for this long. I'm
Mhm.
not saying he should have to have turned on his father, but I just feel like he should have had an identity a long time ago.
But I
Like
think that
he's
this
been here for what, it been like 2 years now,
yeah,
maybe
yeah,
3 years,
a little bit, I think a little bit under 3 years.
and there's been no development in terms of him, just Ray.
Mhm.
So I don't even think it's going to be like a shocker or a heartfelt moment, even if there was a heel turn, because they never gave this man a personality to begin with,
Right. Very true.
outside of I'm fighting for my daddy. Like, okay, big
I'm
whoop.
I ain't gonna
You know what
hold
I
you.
mean?
I ain't gonna hold you saying I'm about to fight for my daddy is a crazy Ayo moment, but I ain't gonna say too much. It's a Ayo. But moving on from that, we got the WWE Intercontinental Championship on the line as Gunther goes against Sheamus. First of all, gonna be a banger.
Oh
But
yeah.
this is gonna be a banger. I think that this should be the opener of the show. It should either open or main event, but considering the main event, I know it's not gonna main event, so I think it should open the show. Um, I got Gunther. I got Gunther in this. I feel like um this is going to elevate him even more, considering obviously the newfound prestige of the Intercontinental Championship, considering where this title is being defended. And I think it's just going to be a
Mhm.
great match. So, who you got?
I actually got Gunther too. I don't see the longevity if they were to have gave Sheamus the belt in the situation. I think Gunther's been
Hmm.
doing a good job. Obviously, Triple H loves him. Like he
Hmm.
has all his stocks in him. Um, yeah, no, beautiful feud the way they set it up. That was a very good cliffhanger that they left us on. But
Hmm.
no, all my money is in Gunther. But if Sheamus won, I wouldn't be mad necessarily. Like they're both
Yeah.
like one of my favorites from the roster.
Hmm.
So Team Gunther.
I got that for I agree with you on that. So going from that into
Mhm.
the spicy matchup of the night, Matt Riddle versus Seth freaking Rollins. Who you got?
Uh, I I was already gonna go for Seth just because fuck Riddle, but that promo. If I wasn't already a Seth fan, now I'm a stan. Like I'm a full
Right.
on Seth stan for the way he annihilated Matt Riddle in that promo. Like, can we talk about it?
Bro, Seth was really out here and he was just like, "Oh, that's the route you want to go. Who's your queen? Who you married to? Oh, that's right. Oh, yeah. Hold these." And he really went there. I was like, "Oh, nah, this man is wild." And the little smile he did after he let out all that was mad funny because he knew what he was like. I was like, "Why you have
Like,
to air it out like that, bro? Like, come on."
oh my god, you could tell he had like some sick twisted just like high off of that, but it was great. Like I love the layerings to his character. At first I thought his
Yeah,
character was annoying, it was obnoxious, that it was a copy of Bailey's delusional character, but no, it actually like became its own. He's kind of like the Joker, if you will.
yeah,
But
he
it's
is.
fun, it's entertaining. I at first didn't really care for this feud. I knew that the match, when the time comes, is gonna slap because one thing
This is
about
gonna be a
Matt Riddle is
banger.
that he's a great talent. Like if you put aside how shitty he is as a person, phenomenal talent. Like this is going to be a banger regardless if you like this man or not. But that actually made me super excited for this feud. I was so shocked that they allowed them to go there, you know.
Yeah, for
But
sure.
just yeah, just I missed the show, but I saw the clip and my mouth just fell to the ground. I was like, there's no way they cleared him to come at him and his wife, his ex-wife,
Like
knowing
that.
how nasty and dirty this man is and how all his shit was aired out on the internet. Like we all know the tea. We all know the tea.
Right.
And if I'm not mistaken, there was some more tea that came out last night. I didn't get to see all of it, but I saw like
The text
Matt
messages and
Riddle
stuff.
being
Yeah.
dragged to Phil over some text message. I'm like, oh, he's having a bad week.
Literally, he's having a bad week.
Yo,
But it's only gonna fuel this match even more. Um, so I agree with you on that. But moving
I
on
don't think
to
he's
the
gonna win
six.
though.
Yeah,
Mm,
oh shit, I forgot to get my prediction. I
you
think Matt
did,
Riddle's gonna win. I think Matt Riddle's
yeah.
gonna win. I think that Seth is gonna put him over. Um, yeah, because I mean, if it's is about new talent, then he has to they have to elevate the new talent. And in this particular match, Riddle is the new talent. Simple as that. Plus after that promo that Seth put out, he can't win. He can't win because that's just a burial after that. But moving on from that into the
That's
six
okay.
woman tag team match, Bianca Belair, Alexa Bliss, and Asuka versus Bayley, Dakota Kai, and Io Sky. Who you got in this?
I just want Bailey and her team to win. I'm never for any team that has Alexa on it. I feel
Yeah.
so bad for my girl Bianca being paired with them because yo, that whole team, and I love Asuka. I love Asuka. I really do. Her and Bianca, but their chemistry was so dry. Watching them try to cut a promo, it was just like oil and water and other put together. I didn't. I
Right.
can't get with it. I can't. They tried. It feels like they rushed the three of them together. I don't. It doesn't feel like Alexa was even meant to be paired with them. I feel like they just randomly just put her in there just so they could um set up some type of feud to, just get Bailey and her team some wins and further build some form of a storyline. But I can't get into this feud going on. It just needs to happen, get it over with. Let team I'm gonna call them damage control because that's what the internet's calling them. Let teams damage control does just get the win already. Next.
I I agree with you on that. I want Damage Control to win. I think that if they lost the tag titles, which they did, I feel like they need to get their lick back and they need to make a statement. And I feel like what better way to get a statement than over the current Raw Women's Champion and Bianca Belair and two former Raw Women's Champions. I think that that would put them back in the conversation for a tag team title shot. And I think that it's very much needed and necessary. So I'm gonna go.
But Bianca can't get pinned.
Yeah,
Bianca can't
Bianca can't
get
get
pinned.
pinned.
Like let
I think, that's the reason why I was gonna say. I think that's the reason why Alexa's in the match. I think Alexa's gonna be the one that eats the pin because Asuka's
good.
Asuka. She's strong.
Good.
You gotta keep her strong. Bianca's the champ. You gotta keep her strong.
Yeah.
You pin Alexa, you still get the win. You still get the win over a former Raw Women's Champion, but you know it's Alexa. So I feel like that's kind of the way to go about it. So there's
And
that.
also,
Hold on.
Bailey better not be running away again in slow motion because what was
Yeah, that's
that?
yeah. I'm no, absolutely the hell not.
Absolutely no
Absolutely.
running. You're the leader of a faction. I do not need to see Bailey running away.
But I think that that's another layer to her character as far as her being maybe not as a brave uh leader.
She's a chicken shit
So
cowardly heel.
so moving on to the WWE SmackDown Women's Championship match between Liv Morgan and Shayna Baszler. Who you got?
I love Shayna. I'm obsessed with Shayna. She needs to, and especially after I watched NXT and I saw the way Shayna pulled up on Mandy. Yeah, I'm like, no, now
Mm-hmm.
I need Shayna, old Shayna, to beat the shit out of Liv, take that belt, and I need her to go back down to
Right.
NXT and go
To
fight Mandy.
NXT. Yeah.
No, because like that got me so excited. Like, yo, the way she pulled up on her and she let her know, like, like I made that belt actually mean something, bro. Like, I was like, yes, yes, like this is the Shayna that I miss. And also I love the way they've been building up the feud with Shayna and Liv because they've been bringing back the old her where she used to step on people's limbs and stuff like that and break their arms
Yeah.
and stuff like that or their hands. Like, I love that. Would I be shocked if Liv won? Not really, because I feel like they kind of want to keep this going, sort of, maybe, kind of. I don't know. I feel like Hunter personally wants to build Shayna up, so I feel like if you want to build Shayna up,
Mm-hmm.
have her beat Liv, because there was a little bit of foreshadowment when Mandy and Shayna approached each other. It seemed like there was a little bit of tension there, where it's just like, all right, I'm gonna fuck up Liv, and then I'm coming for your ass next. That's the vibe
Mm-hmm.
I got. So I'm like, all right,
Right.
maybe they plotted. Maybe they plotted. So I'm gonna go with Shayna. I want my girl Shayna to win. Like, that belt looks good on her. It will look great on her. She deserves to hold a belt. Been
I
long
100
overdue.
long overdue. And to be honest, I miss NXT Shayna when she was leading that Jessamine Duke and Marina Shafir. I miss that
Yeah.
faction. I miss disrespectful Shayna. Like I miss Black Air
Mm-hmm.
Forces Shayna, and that's what we're getting right
Yep.
now. And it's like I definitely want Shayna to win because I would hate for like this resurgence of Shayna to go to waste. I feel like Liv had a feel good moment, and I think that her title reign was good for the feel good moment. But past that, I'm like, I'm not really interested. So I have Shayna. I have Shayna in this. Um, yeah, yeah, that's literally my answer. Shayna Baszler, I think,
It
is
just
gonna win
sucks for
this match.
Liv because, like, I feel like they should have let her hold on to the briefcase. They could have
Mm-hmm.
definitely saved this, but it was cool for 5 minutes, and then it's like the equivalent of, like, a dream match. Like, what do you do after it? Like, what do you do
Right.
after you had that feel-good moment? What do you do with that? There's nothing because,
There's
again, the
nothing.
division is not built up enough for us to care. But
That's a
Shayna could
fact.
get all these bitches in shape, and she's gonna bring
Literally.
prestige to that belt. She will.
I,
She can and
I
she
love
will. She You know what? Go ahead, go ahead.
I love how Whitney sent the all out card in the group chat. Shout out to Whitney.
Queen
But
Whitney, I love her.
but yeah, I agree with you. Like, where do you go from there? I think the lift thing was cool for the moment, but post that, it wasn't really doing anything for me. But moving on to the next match, the main event, supposedly head of the table, the tribal chief Roman Reigns versus the hometown boy Drew McIntyre. Preface: I really hope that they follow through and they bring back the Drew McIntyre Broken Dreams theme song for this event. That pop is going to be
Ooh.
insane. But outside of that, who you got for this between Drew and Roman?
Honestly, considering that he's going part-time, I don't and I also feel like this whole thing with Roman has ran its course completely.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I do feel like there needs to be a change here, and you brought up a great point, before we started recording about the location.
Mm-hmm.
We're in Europe this time. You know, Drew's from there, but he's Scottish, right?
Yeah, he's from
Um,
Scotland.
yeah, he's Scottish. And not just that, but another great point you had brought up was how they beautifully built up Drew for this amazing feud that he had with Brock Lesnar. And it's not that many people have slayed Brock. You know, you have to understand how important it is to beat Brock at a WrestleMania. Only very few names have defeated him. However, no one talks about it, no one references it, no one cares about it. No one thinks about it because there was no crowd. Like the best part about a WrestleMania, especially as the talent that is there and getting put over, is just when you get that pinfall or that win by whatever means you did, and you look back and you get that reaction from that crowd that's just, you know, radiating and taking up the whole entire arena. Like it just makes you feel
Mm-hmm.
like it's like a champion, like you won the fucking Olympics or something. You know what I mean?
Right.
And it's just like, unfortunately, with Drew, it was just to silence because it was a
Yeah.
pandemic, you know. And then afterward his reign kind of fell a little bit flat. He was put in like really awkward feuds that no one really cared about or no one thinks about, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like, um even though I'm not really invested in Drew that much at this moment, I'm willing to try and get invested in him and
Yeah.
have him be put over, and let's
Mm-hmm.
just start all over again with him having a title reign because it was definitely not fair to him the first time around. What do you got?
Absolutely. I definitely have Drew McIntyre winning this, and I think that it is a well deserved win if he wins this championship. I feel like, well, for starters, Drew and Roman already had a champ like a one on one match before where Roman already won. So I feel like if this were to happen again, if Roman were to win again, there's really no point in him winning. So I think that that's, number one. Number two, like I said earlier, the location. Um, yeah, the location, like them being in the UK, being a WrestleMania esque moment. Like, let's not get it confused. WWE has not done an event in Europe in I want to say 20 years. I think the last time was like Insurrection, but they haven't done like a pay-per-view. And the UK have been begging for a SummerSlam or a WrestleMania, and they haven't got, but this is like their WrestleMania. You understand? So I think that for the sake of this being a WrestleMania-esque event, they're gonna have the hometown guy win. Those are the first two reasons, but the third reason, not only have they beautifully built up Drew, but they've also beautifully built up Sami Zayn and the bloodline to be kind of like the guy who wants to be down, but who also is gonna make some big fumbles. And you saw a
Shout
little
out to
bit of
Sammy,
that.
by the way.
Shout out to Sammy. I love Sammy. But you saw it on Raw, right? Where like the Uso, or I think Jay was facing KO. He had an opportunity to win and he had the chair and he didn't hit KO with the chair. And it was like, dog, you're supposed to do that. So now he has the reputation of fumbling the bag. So it's like, say if the Usos get taken out and now it's up to Sammy. Sammy can very much fumble the bag, cost Roman the title. That can lead into Sammy being kicked out of the bloodline. That can lead into
Well, Jay's
KO
gonna beat
saving.
his ass.
Exactly. That can lead into obviously Sammy like getting out of the bloodline. Obviously
Like, I knew you
KO
couldn't trust
coming.
him. Yeah.
Exactly. Having KO and Sammy together, and then they could possibly take the tag titles. But there's so many ways that you can go about this. But I got Drew. I got Drew in this. Um, but those are our Clash at the Castle predictions. So if y'all